Kathmandu Post, 2nd of April 2024, Nepal and China reaffirm their commitment to sign a high-interest, high-debt BRI execution plan soon. China, to enslave Nepal, has corrupted its communist leaders to the extent that they are now prepared to sign Nepal over to Chinese enslavement. Nepal and China reaffirmed their mutual dedication on Tuesday to immediately affix their signatures to the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, implementation plan. This action will facilitate the development of financing and investment mechanisms for the projects Nepal is scheduled to undertake as part of the initiative. A Nepalese participant in the delegation-level discussions between Chinese counterpart Wang and Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Foreign Affairs Narayan Kaji Shrestha in Beijing reported that the two countries reached a consensus to execute the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, implementation plan immediately. The participants stated that while a precise date has not been established, the event could potentially transpire during the forthcoming Foreign Secretary-level meeting in Kathmandu, the 7th anniversary of the Belt and Road Initiative signing on May 12, or any other high-level visit between Nepal and China. Wang emphasized during the meeting the importance of completing the BRI implementation plan as soon as possible so that the projects could be executed. The Nepali official stated, "As a result of our postponement in signing the BRI implementation plan, matters continue to be lodged with China. Upon the return of Deputy Prime Minister Shrestha, we will continue to deliberate on signing the plan." The official stated that Chinese authorities and officials have made it plain in recent meetings that signing the BRI implementation plan is a prerequisite for expanding economic cooperation with Nepal and carrying out projects China has previously committed to. The Beijing Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, framework agreement was established between Nepal and China on May 12, 2017. By the conclusion 2019, the Chinese party had transmitted the plan's text. The Nepali side withdrew significant objections to the text, stating that it has no interest in commercial loans from China. It established several other conditions for accepting support under the BRI framework. As a result, negotiations regarding the BRI projects and implementation plan came to a halt, according to Ministry of Foreign Affairs officials. Nepal has not presented the BRI framework agreement, which was ratified in 2017, to Parliament, nor have the proposed terms and conditions of the BRI implementation plan been disclosed. Before signing the agreement, the principal opposition party, the Nepali Congress, and other political parties demanded that the government present it in Parliament and disclose the terms and conditions of the BRI implementation plan. Prior to Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal's September 2023 visit to China, a gathering of high-ranking government officials delegated the task of finalizing the BRI implementation plan document to the National Planning Commission. Officials claim that very few government officials and ministers are informed of the contents and proposals of the BRI implementation plan, as these exercises have been conducted in complete secrecy. Wang, chairman of the National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, CPPCC, and a member of the Standing Committee of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China, emphasized on Tuesday the urgency of concluding BRI negotiations and expediting the agreement signed during the 2019 visit of Chinese President Xi Jinping to Nepal. Both leaders evaluated the current state of bilateral relations and pledged to continue working together to strengthen them, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs wrote on its X account, formerly Twitter. Amidst a convivial gathering, two executives emphasized the expeditious execution of projects. As per the Nepali perspective, Wang and Shrestha deliberated on the complete spectrum of bilateral relations and the progress of Chinese-funded initiatives in Nepal, which encompass the re-establishment of traditional trade routes between the two countries. The Chinese side also conveyed its delight regarding Nepal's accession to the group of Friends of China's Global Development Cooperation. However, it refrained from extending an invitation for Nepal to participate in the two remaining initiatives, namely the Global Security Initiative, GSI, and the Global Civilizational Initiative, GCI. According to the Nepali official, the Chinese side was receptive to Nepal's proposal to waive visa fees for Nepali citizens and establish a reciprocal program. Moreover, the meeting incorporated the agreements and understandings established during Prime Minister Dahal's visit to China last year. Before the delegation-level discussions, DPM Shrestha and Wang had spent nearly an hour in private conversation. According to another Nepali official, the Nepali side proposed promoting the bilateral mechanism from the level of secretary to that of minister. However, no decision has been reached yet, said Suresh Kaji Shrestha, the DPM's principal personnel assistant from Beijing, via telephone. He stated that the Chinese side considered the Nepali proposal seriously. The bilateral relations between China and Nepal are currently supervised by a bilateral consultative mechanism chaired by the Foreign Secretary. Nepal and China will have a ministerial-level bilateral mechanism similar to the one between the two countries, Nepali officials said, should China accept Nepal's proposal. At the level of their respective foreign ministers, Nepal and India have established a joint commission to supervise all facets of their bilateral relations. The 16th meeting of the 1996 established Foreign Secretary-level mechanism between China and Nepal is scheduled for Kathmandu in the current year. Similarly, both parties reached a consensus to conduct a joint border inspection according to previous accords and accelerate the development of agro-industrial parks in the Gorkha and Dading districts, as was agreed upon during Prime Minister Dahal's visit to China in September. Wang stated during the meeting that DPM Shrestha's first visit to China following the formation of the new Nepalese government reflects the long-standing affinity between China and Nepal, as well as the new government's unambiguous commitment to enhancing collaboration with China, as reported by the Chinese Foreign Ministry. The Chinese statement read, "As a friendly neighbor and strategic partner, China has consistently prioritized Nepal in its peripheral diplomacy, adhered to the 5 principles of peaceful coexistence towards Nepal, and emphasized the equality of all nations, regardless of size." The statement continued, "We strongly support Nepal in its efforts to protect its national sovereignty, independence, and dignity and in pursuing a development path that is suitable for its national circumstances." The statement continued that China would continue to assist Nepal in its economic and social development. Wang stated, as is customary, that Nepal and China are good neighbors bounded by rivers and mountains, good friends who assist one another, and good companions in pursuit of shared development. Wang stated, President Xi Jinping's historic state visit to Nepal in 2019 propelled the bilateral relationship between the two nations to a new level and accelerated it. Pushpa Kamal Dahal's, Prime Minister Prakhanda, visit China the previous year was also a resounding success, and the two countries' leaders reached a crucial accord regarding the future of relations between China and Nepal. Additionally, the Chinese Foreign Ministry issued a statement expressing China's readiness to collaborate with Nepal to advance their long-standing friendship, foster political trust, construct a high-quality Belt and Road, and elevate the strategic cooperative partnership between China and Nepal to an unprecedented level. Shrestha emphasized the long-standing cordial relationship and mutual reliance between China and Nepal. The Nepali government and people will eternally be grateful to China for its altruistic assistance in the wake of the earthquake and epidemic, the Chinese Foreign Ministry stated, citing Shrestha. Nepal unwaveringly upholds the One China policy and shall never permit any military force to conduct anti-China activities on its territory, Shrestha was quoted as saying. The Chinese Foreign Ministry statement added, the new Nepal government is committed to developing the economy and improving people's livelihoods, and hopes to learn from China's successful experience. Nepal is cooperating with China in constructing the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, and is prepared to become a member of the group of Friends of the Global Development Initiative. 14 traditional frontier trade points were reopened, and practical investment, tourism, and trade cooperation were to be enhanced. They also discussed additional matters of mutual concern. Wang, in response to Shrestha's invitation to visit Nepal, declared that he would return to the country by the conclusion of the current year. According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, during his 9-day official visit to China, DPM Shrestha will meet with 3 Chinese Communist Party secretaries from Chongqing, Sichuan, and Lhasa provinces to discuss various aspects of Nepal-China relations. Nepal-China relations are governed by the 3 provinces above. Shrestha is expected to return home on April 1.